Continuing from our previous module, I also wanted to share with you some of the actions that you should avoid in case of a job loss. So we will quickly run through some of these actions, and these are more just to keep in mind that in case one faces this kind of a situation in future, how one can be careful. Or if you see others also facing a similar kind of situation, you can appropriately advise them. So that's why we'll quickly run through these, and these are very important to understand. So the first one is being openly angry. So it's not about, if something has happened and if one has been laid off or asked to move from a job. There's no point in being openly angry and venting your anger at managers and colleagues. It's not advisable. It is far better to live gracefully, with dignity, with integrity, than to burn your bridges. Because you never know that in future you may end up working with the same people. So that's why it's important not to burn the bridges. The second point is, taking it personally. Now, if one was laid off, one would feel that, you lost your job because you're not good enough, did something wrong, or probably, your face didn't fit. But that's not the point. It's not about taking it personally, because it will only harm you, right? So if something has happened, it has happened. Move on. That's the ideal way to look at it. Then similarly, don't make a scene when you leave the employer's premises, because I've seen, in my career also, while working with many companies, I've seen that there are times people create a scene when leaving the premises. That's not the point. One needs to keep his or her calm when going through this whole exit process. Don't sign or agree to anything on your way out, because sometimes employers make you sign few things which may not be in your best interest. So it's very important to read all the documents carefully and then move on further. And there's absolutely no point in pretending that everything is okay. It's good to express the feelings, right? From shock to relief, anger, fear, and optimizer back again. You are likely to feel a heightened variety of emotions that is natural. Right? Express it. Absolutely no problem with that. Then don't shut out the people you care about. Family, friends, need their support. Right? So there's no point in shutting them off. It's okay to express what has happened. It's okay to express the feelings. And then they will only support you in these trying times. Then don't call your business contacts or recruiters immediately. Because there is a temptation that immediately I should start calling up 10 recruiters, 100 people I know on LinkedIn, on all other platforms. There has to be a thought process, because the immediate time is when your emotions take over and you may not be in the right position to take the right decision. And that's why you need to give it some time. You need to assess your goals, prepare your marketing approach, and then the most important thing is create a superbly targeted resume, and then start approaching the market. And then don't badmouth your former employer in public, because even if you have gone for an interview and if you badmouth your previous employer, it's not taken positive. So you should never do that. Don't bottle up your emotions. Talk to someone you trust and confide in them. Speak up. Right? There's absolutely no problem with that. And don't hang on to equipment or documents owned by the employer. Return everything. Cut off. Move on. That's very important. And don't stick your head in the sand. World has not ended, right? So that's why you need to keep your head held high and face the situation. See the positive side of it, and then prepare for your next. So these were some quick thoughts around actions to avoid. And the reason I shared these with you is because it's good to know these things as well. Because in a downturn, anything can happen with anybody. And that's why it's good to have a set of things which you should know that you should avoid. And that's what you need to keep that in mind. So this is a list that you must keep at the back of your mind, and in case of any eventuality, and otherwise also if you are moving from one employer to the other, these are not the things that you should be doing. So that's why it's a good checklist to have. You must keep it with you and keep it at the back of your mind, in the subconscious, and avoid these actions when either you are shifting a job or if one has been asked to move to out of a job, it's good to practice some of these things which are mentioned in this checklist. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.